Alrighty, hello and welcome to Raven's Arcana. I am Raven. Thank you as always for joining me. We're going to continue our series on the court cards and we're going to move forward with our second episode. It's going to be about the King and Queen of Cups, right? And we'll start off with our King here. So as we've already learned, the King is going to be an authority figure. He is going to be, in this case, the father of water. Right? And if we're looking at him, we see that he is on a throne, but he is floating in the middle of the ocean. And we have a current there. It is stormy seas. We have a ship on one side that is red. We have a fish on the other. He is wearing a blue, let's call it a dress. No. He's wearing a blue outfit. On top of that, he has a yellow garment on top and kind of little, we'll call that a scarf, right? So he has red on there. So immediately with the colors, we have red, power, yellow, consciousness, blue, subconscious, right? And then the ship is red as well. So what this card really means is that this gentleman, this energy, this portion of the self is very, very well balanced. And this is the male portion of the self, or a man. Doesn't always have to be sex, right? So he is going to be in control of his emotions. He's going to be the gentleman that, or the energy, if you will, that stands strong during stormy seas. I mean, we see this right here. The ship is easily navigating through stormy seas. So when everything is falling around behind you, around you, you are solid, right? Have your cup, have your scepter. You are in control of your emotions. And this is represented by Scorpio. So this is going to be fixed water. So Scorpio is fixed water. And a fixed sign is borderline immovable. I mean, we talked about the bull and the Taurus being immovable, right? Scorpio is the same way as a fixed sign. Scorpio, however, is governed by Pluto and Mars. So you have the Mars aspect, right, which as an authority figure is required. But that Pluto aspect of Scorpio, I look at it as, while Pluto is kind of the underworld, things coming up from beneath, transformation, things like that, he is able to suppress his feelings beneath, right? He is able to control his emotions. And that is a good thing if you are in charge, if you are in a parental role, management role, in any kind of role, honestly, even a friendship, a relationship, if you're able to stay even keel, control your emotions, that's a very important thing. Now, this energy, this gentleman, this person, this part of a person, if you will, is going to be someone that really loves, right, emotion, cups, really loves the arts, really loves music. He's going to be someone that is going to have a nice glass of wine or, a cup of whiskey and listen to some blues, listen to some classical music, listen to something that feeds his soul. This is a very soulful person. This is also someone that has so much compassion and so much love, but it's right under the surface. I mean, you would know that he might cry, or this energy might force someone to cry at a romantic movie, but he's probably going to hide it. That Pluto portion of himself is going to suppress that. So what I'm trying to get to is that if, let's say he's a coach, and one of his players broke their leg, he's going to stay even keeled in front of everyone else, and then, go into the locker room, wherever, and he's going to probably tear up about it, because he's going to feel sad. He's going to feel that compassion for that athlete that hurt themselves. He has a whole lot of love, right? I'm hearing Led Zeppelin, whole lot of love. I don't know why that came through, but awesome. And there's also a negative side of this, right? So with that Pluto, with that Mars energy, you have the spectrum of emotion, right? Love, hate. We've talked about spectrum before. You are very fluid in your emotions, but you have learned to control that. So the negative side of that would be someone that is very vengeful. So because they love someone so much, if they see somebody using language, treating a loved one, a friend, even a stranger a certain way, because they have a love for humanity, they're going to step in. They're going to take action against that. They're going to use that cup that overfilled with anger because of it was full of love for humanity. They're going to use their scepter and they're going to jump in there and they're going to take action. Now, obviously, if there's a bully or something like that, things like that need to happen every once in a while. However, that passion can be misplaced with this person. Also, we're talking about fluid. This person has a tendency to love the drink, love alcohol, right? A lot of this, and that's Scorpio. That's something you suppress. You're suppressing your feelings. You throw booze on top of it. That could be a negative side of this, right? But for the most part, if we're looking at this person, when shit's going bad all around them, they're here just chilling out. There's tidal waves, there's tsunamis, there's all kinds of things going on around them, and they're even killed. They're handling things. They have authority over their emotions, right? And the balance of consciousness and subconsciousness. They are aware of subconscious knee-jerk reactions. They are conscious of what, fully conscious of what is going on for the most part. But watch out for that spectrum, right? And then hopefully, as in the last pair, the first pair we had was the King and Queen of Pentacles. Hopefully this Queen is going to come in and balance either the person, right, the masculine, feminine portion of the person, or balance out that partner, energy, what have you. Once again, this is not always about the sex of a person. But now we have the Queen. And we were talking about Scorpio energy, right? Let's talk about the Queen. The Queen is cardinal, and it's cardinal water. So she is the mother of water. Cardinal water is going to be Cancer, governed by the moon. So we talked about intuition a little bit before that. This chick, this energy, this portion of the self is extremely intuitive, extremely emotional, extremely loving, compassionate. However, she's very empathic. She's an empath. She absorbs energy as well. Now, this person isn't necessarily able internally to manage that emotion, and we'll get to that here in just a second. But we talked about the king on his throne in stormy seas. She is not in the middle of the sea. She's on the shore. Now, the shore is rocky. There's some stones there, some rocks. It's, evidence of little bit. We talked about even keel with the king. There's some things going on internally here. So while she is very influential, she is very intuitive, she can be very balanced. She is on the outside looking in. She is on the shore looking at the water. She's able to perceive a lot of things, intuit a lot of things, which goes to the governance of the moon. But if you see her cup here, her cup has a cap on it. We'll call it a cap, right? It is closed, which means subconscious. So there's a lot of subconscious. There's a lot of primal. We usually use instinct for masculine energy, but this is some instinctual primal energy here. The home, the mother. This is the grandmother, the mother. When you come home from college, you come home from school, you bring the kids over. If it's the grandmother, she always has pies ready. Hey, can I get you guys a sandwich? Can I get you dessert? What can I get? Can I cook some, cookies? Hey, you guys should stay the night. We have plenty of room. This is super loving, super compassionate, and always willing to help, always willing with that emotion. She has so much love, and she seeks that. So in partnership and in friends, in conversation, and people she, if I could speak, it'd be amazing, surrounds herself with, she looks for emotional relationships. She is about loving. She searches that out, right? She's not going to be necessarily sitting in conversations, having intellectual, philosophical conversations. She wants to hear about how you love your children, how you're taking care of each other, how you're taking care of the world and everything else. It's about love, right? Now, I did want to point out there's cliffs in the background over here. Most people like to, I mean, wouldn't that be an amazing place to sit on a cliff overlooking the ocean? Not for her. Remember, she's on the rocky shore right at the water level. There's a reason why she's not on that cliff. She absorbs all this energy, remember? And we're talking about the negative aspects of this now. So because she absorbs that energy, because she doesn't necessarily know how to disperse of the energy, she internalizes everything. Her job is all external, but she pulls all that energy in. These are people that are prone to depression, prone to sadness, and the inability to distinguish what emotions are external and internal. These people can be, unfortunately, suicidal. You know, it goes along with depression, manic. And that's why she's not on that cliff. And that's what that signifies. So that's, you know, a part of this, that she is a counselor, a helper, you know, someone that is giving all this love out. And she unwillingly, as an empath, receives all this energy, and internalizes it. And that's the negative part of this, you know. And this is also, you know, we talked about the king wanting, if he sees injustice, if he sees somebody getting hurt, he's going to be sad. She is super compassionate, gonna, you know, come and grab you and wrap your ankle, put ice on it. You know, this is this chick. But she internalizes a whole lot of stuff here. And it's, you know, it's very dangerous for her because she doesn't know what to do with that energy. That's the reason she's here instead of on the cliff. All right, just want to talk about these cards just a little bit and go through the progression, and we'll get to obviously the other kings and queens, and eventually to the knights and the pages. As always, I wanted to thank you for joining me. Thanks for coming along for the ride. If you dig the video, please give us a like. If you really like the channel and want to get updates, you want to show your support, give us a subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.